and Drives and Dives. Escape from Flavor Town, bitches.
Welcome back to Tales from the Cosmic Well, an original D&D story created in real time by a bunch of weird musicians. My name is James. I'll be your king of the dungeon, and with me are Zach Wheeler,
Vivian French, a dwarven circle of the shepherd druid. Will I use my magic to make a flower blossom, or will I produce a good berry, or will I create spike growth to strangle you to your death? You decide.
Tom Polzine.
Wow.
Tom Polzine.
I'll be playing the part of Clyde Wonderspice. He's a gnome ranger. Once upon a time, he was a salesman of various spices, but now he delivers death directly to your doorstep with a giant fiery crossbow that he got from a sentient tree.
Hell yeah. And Mike T. Kerr.
I'm playing Tassles the Half-Orc Wizard. It's been such a pleasure getting to know this guy, and I'm so excited to bust some more skulls, because Tassles is the physical wizard thing.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Let me sum this up. We were nice men that all became killers.
We were a product of our environment. We didn't ask to become killers.
That's right. I don't necessarily blame you
I
guys.
think Tassles was always a killer.
Tassels was actually in the band The Killers before he left to be a
parents. Yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
There's all kinds of stuff to get into, so
There's
let's
a lot to unpack.
We should really not waste any more time and get into it. Luckily it's a short previously on Tales from the Cosmic Well. Viv, Clyde, and Tassels woke from a long night's rest to find that the two guards from Belnora who were captured by the Reavers were alive and well. They introduced themselves as Bash, a tall human warrior, and Tan, a halfling rogue. They quickly agreed to join the gang on their mission to save Ayla, captain of the guard, and whoever else might need rescuing. After a bit of tracking, the gang learned that the Reavers were entrenched in an abandoned village and jumped into combat with them. Luckily, between the 5 powerful heroes, they were able to make short work of the 10 Reavers who had been waiting for them. The information they've received so far points to around 40 bandits altogether, so where are the rest? What trials lay ahead? All right, boys.
Let's find out what trials lay ahead.
This is when we would, typically.
How much did we rest, by the way?
I think you guys took a short rest at the end of the sesh. Does that sound right to you guys?
Yes, then I would spend a hit dice if that.
Yeah, you should
okay.
if you want to. Do it. Now's the time.
Great, love it, very good. Beep, ba, 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 ba. I will spend. I think I'll spend 2. Yeah, I better spend 2.
I think I'm spending 1.
I'm spending 2. That's gonna get me back to full. Yep. Okay. Back to full there. And James, we are playing with the gaining a spell slot or 2 back per.
That's correct.
Short. How many?
I believe we said that you can get
hit dice, right?
It was basically it was an amount of spell slots worth your level, your caster level.
Okay, yeah.
So if you're level 4, you can get up to 4 levels of spells back. 1 level 4, level 3, and a level 1, 2 level 2s. That any variation thereof.
Perfect. Then I am back, 100%. I'm Frenched out.
The boy's back. The boy is back.
Vivian's back. All right.
So if you guys remember,
or use the goblet. Well,
during the you could use that goblet.
You haven't used the goblet yet, my guy.
I drank from the goblet, and everybody else did too.
What happened?
Nothing.
We
got healed. We got healed. What
are
you drinking?
The goblet tonight.
Sorry. We'll save the goblet. I got hit die. I'm scared of that goblet a little bit. It's a mystery situation.
Well,
sorry, James.
No. Hey, that's fine.
Sidetracked.
We'll
rein it in.
If you remember, you guys questioned one of the Reavers who's now tied up that you just kind of left in the village somewhere. You questioned him, and he didn't know exactly what was down this path, but he pointed you in the direction to kind of follow the path beyond the village and into the hills.
Okay.
and he said that's where Ayla was going to be. So you guys have had a time to do a quick rest. You see Bash and Tan are both taking theirs as well, taking some time to patch up their wounds and kind of just sit and rest. What would you like to do? Are you guys ready to move on?
Do I have Dob with me?
You don't see Dob.
I don't see Dob. Could I search for some wildlife?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Tell me what you're kind of looking to do, and I can give you a better idea of what you need to roll.
Mostly, I'm looking for squirrels, birds, anything that's a little more high up, so I can maybe get somebody that might know what's going on in the area and has seen some stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a nature roll.
Yeah. That is going to be 17.
Okay. You find a woodpecker. He's up pretty high on a tall tree.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of just doing his thing, making a bit of a racket, not far from where you guys just rested.
I'll call to him. Hey, bud.
He seems not to hear you. He's very intent on making his hole in the tree.
Could I shimmy up that tree?
Yeah, give me an athletics check or an acrobatics check.
5.
Unfortunately, you aren't able to make your way up the tree, and the woodpecker seems to be a little distracted.
Could I throw a rock, not at him, but close to him, to try to just be like, hey?
Make a dexterity attack roll without proficiency.
Natural 20, thank you.
Natural 20. I'm so glad that you did it on this rock throw. This is so
perfect.
good.
This was a good spend of that. Yeah.
So you are able to throw the rock right next to the woodpecker in a way that makes the woodpecker know that you weren't trying to hit him.
Yeah.
That's how good you throw. You threw it like exactly where you meant to throw it.
I'm proficient in rock throwing.
And he stops for a minute. He looks down.
And I'll come down here. I've got snacks.
Whoa. He flies down. He says, I can understand you. That's kind of cool.
And I can understand you. What's your name,
Wild.
friend?
My name is Carl.
Carl.
Yes, Carl the woodpecker.
I'm Vivian French. It's so nice to meet you. Would you care for a snack? And I'll procure a little out of my pouch some of that pet food.
Wow. He grabs some and he's just like thrilled.
Listen, how's the scene in these woods? Seems pretty weird these days, right? A lot of these crazy bandits and like just.
Hey man, y'all all look the same to me. There's a bunch of you running around my woods right now, I'll tell you.
Wow, yeah. I just got a couple of questions, the snacks, they flow freely here. Are there more of these humans or humanoids down the path?
I saw a bunch go by. There were like a bunch of them. Yeah, like 20, maybe 30. They walked a lot. Oh, that was like hours ago, though.
What would you say? I could give you a few more of these snacks if you go down and just give me a quick look and let me know kind of what we're looking at down the road here. I'll even help you peck some holes in that tree. I could get up there and we could chop that whole thing down, you and I.
Look, give me a minute here. I just want to explain to you. It's not always about making the hole. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't need your help. This is about the process, the journey, to get to the end of making the hole. I don't want your help.
This is personal growth.
That's right. That's right. And I mean no offense by that, my new friend. I'll tell you what. I'm not really interested in doing that. I have a job to do here.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already kind of told you everything that I know.
Yeah. Do you have any friends that would do that for me?
I don't have any friends at all. I have bird friends. but
Carl, let
they're-
me stop you there.
They're all the way out there.
You have one friend now. It's me, Vivian.
Man, you are extremely forward.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're friends now. All right,
We
sure.
are friends now. And friends help each other out. Where I'm from, at least.
You did. Yeah, I got a tasty little snack from you.
And I didn't hit you with that rock.
And I suppose you could have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that.
And I appreciate you, Carl.
Look, I'll tell you what. It seems we're at an impasse.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a lot of packing to do, my guy.
Okay. You sure you don't want to go down there and just give a quick look? These snacks, pretty sweet.
Well, let me just
Man.
tell you, these guys have been killing birds like me and eating them and roasting them over an open fire.
All right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked at this point. I'm so sorry to have intruded on you.
Hey Vivian, I think he's got to get back to pecking his holes. I also speak in woodpecker language.
I'm just looking
This
for
is
help.
an insane day. I have never spoken to a human, and now I have spoken to two.
Man, I can rightfully understand that, my friend. How about this? You go back pecking your holes. Vivian, maybe we just keep moving on. It seems like this partner is pretty busy here.
Maybe we'll go back to pecking our hole. All right.
Hold on 1 second. He
Mhm.
goes up into the higher into the tree before he comes back down, and he's got half of a wriggling worm in his beak, and he drops it into your hand, and he says, "Look, I can't let you leave without me doing you a favor in turn. This is for you,
Nice.
Is this for eating?
That's what I do with it."
I eat it.
Okay, yeah, great. He seems immensely satisfied. Well, if you're ever back in my neck of the woods, I probably won't be here. I move around a lot, but it's really great to have met you both.
Carl, I'll never see you again. Goodbye.
And I'll never see you, but it was lovely seeing you for this short amount of time. And then he disappears back up into the tree.
Thank you for the worm. Jesus, that guy.
That was pretty good. You got a worm out of the deal, Vivian.
Well,
French, Wonderspice.
yeah.
Would you keep an eye out while I approach the ground over here
Okay.
and check for any magical traps they may have sprung for us?
Yeah.
I'd love to roll an Arcana, I think, for that.
Yeah.
Well, there's some smoke in my eyes, and
We were making s'mores.
wasn't really able to get much going, but I guess it's +5, so 9.
You aren't able to tell whether there are traps or not.
Any more of those s'mores going around?
I think Tan ate the rest of them.
Hey, man, I had one. I had my allotted one. That's it. That's all I had. This is insane.
I don't
You
know
see
how
this-
much I like this whole s'more allotment thing. It's like, let's just trust each other to be responsible with our
I had
s'more
a
intake.
whole other system, that I offered to kind of handle the s'more distribution, but no one took me up on it.
Bash has a s'more in his hand, and he just says, "Did someone want one that didn't get one?"
Well, yeah, I'll take that one.
He
If I
hands it to
could.
you, Clyde.
Thanks, partner. Appreciate you. I eat it.
Are we ready? Are we ready to go? He says.
Let's leave. Let's go peck this hole.
We're not even going to offer one to Carl at this point.
Carl
Okay.
gave me.
Eats
I gave
worms.
Carl a snack, and he gave me a worm. So he's of no use.
In
to us.
some cultures, that's a delicacy. Like bird culture or whatever.
Tasted like worm to me.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to taste. It's a worm. Look, I'm not a smart guy, but I'll tell
And
you what I
are
know.
Such a hipster.
I don't know. I don't know
about
how to
this?
respond to that.
We'll ask Ayla her opinion on this whole situation as soon as we rescue her. How's that sound? Then we'll really get to the bottom of this. What's a worm and what's a s'more worth?
Ayla is the side quest to our worm quest now.
Yeah.
Worm quest is the main quest now.
She's a wise woman, and I think that she'll have a strong foundational understanding of worm delicacy. Delicacy
right.
or not, worm, she'll know.
You know,
Let's
it's like,
move on.
what's a worm to a fisherman? What's a s'more to someone who's lactose intolerant?
Let's leave.
With the village at your back, the five of you follow a path that runs from the town and into the hills. The Reaver you questioned didn't seem to know much about what lies ahead, but he did again mention that Captain Ayla was at the end of this road. You begin to ascend the gentle slope that seems to turn into the craggy hills that loom above you. The road beneath your feet seems to be overgrown from years of disuse. Stone walls built on either side are knocked down in some areas, likely by the abundant wildlife that you can hear teeming in groves of trees nearby. Tan speaks up as you guys kind of start walking. And he says, so you guys really are the heroes of Belnora, huh? I mean, I figured you had to be pretty strong to beat those ogres, but watching you fight back there, that was that was something else.
Dan, why don't we stay on task here? They could jump out at any moment.
You know, when you hear the nature all around you, you know, just going as normal, that usually means there's no disturbance in the force, if you know what I'm saying.
He's right. I am a druid, and I just ate a worm.
Does that connect you?
So he is right.
Does that reinforce your connection with the earth or something?
I sense the worm's home now. The worm is part of me. We are together.
Bash is like nodding knowingly. Like he's like, yes.
I bend down and pick up kind of a fistful of gravel and dirt and mud.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking for a worm?
I shove the whole thing in my mouth.
Do you feel it now, Tassles?
I think so.
Yeah.
Can I roll a perception?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
okay.
the
18
dirt.
plus 5.
Okay.
All right. You definitely didn't get a worm. You know that for an absolute fact.
But
And
do
what
I
you've
feel
eaten,
But do I feel it?
no. And you know acutely that you feel absolutely nothing. I hate to be the no sir in an improv game here.
That's okay.
You guys are leaving me very little option.
That's okay. I don't know. This requires some further study.
We'll eat more dirt later.
It's good for your immune system, at least.
Yeah.
Let's carry on though. Yeah. Let's move on down the path. I think Clyde will make small talk that leads nowhere with Bash or Tan.
Great.
No intention of learning anything. Just to speak for the sake of it.
Yes, I'm a hero. Move along.
Yes, it is a very nice day out. Thank you for noticing. Not far ahead of you, the sounds of nature are broken by the clear sound of spell casting. If anybody wants to give me an Arcana check here.
Big time, baby.
Up, my friends.
5.
19 plus 5 is
nice.
24.
You are the wizard.
All right. Tassels, you know that the spell that's being cast is Animate Dead.
Oh.
Got some underground friends for any of you worm lovers out there.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It really does come full circle.
More than worms have come out of the dirt ahead.
Uh-oh.
When the casting ends, there's just like a brief actual silence, and then nature's version of silence resumes. A small ridge peeks out behind some trees to your left, and a few hundred feet down the road, you can make out a stone wall with a small entryway, which seems to lead somewhere kind of off of the path. And in the distance, you can hear the soft gurgle of a stream. Let me go ahead and bring you guys.
Where is that? You said there was a wall and a doorway, or what was this that we're looking through?
There's like a ridge up on your left, and a little further ahead. I just moved you guys on roll 22.
Oh, gotcha. I can see this now.
Yep.
Okay.
So ahead of you, there's like a little entryway that you can see leads up into the ridge. There's like a large, tall stone wall. That's kind of obscured by trees.
Clyde would like to move up, if possible, to this region and kind of take a peek around to see what's up in there?
Are you trying to be stealthy at all?
I am attempting to do this sneakily.
Okay. Tan's going to come with you, and he's also going to sneak with you.
Okay.
Against the ridge.
Roll with advantage because he's actually going to be using a special ability that gives you pass without trace.
That's awesome.
Or I think it's just add 10 is what it is.
Yeah, pass without trace is plus 10.
Well, if that's the case, then that's going to be the first one plus 10 is 17 plus my dexterity is 4. So 21 would be the first.
21.
Good thing he did
All right,
that. I really should take stealth, man. I need that skill.
The two of you approach the doorway here completely. It seems like you're completely silent. You don't make any noise. And when you approach the stone entryway, you notice that the sky above you has begun to mottle, going from a gorgeous cloudless blue to a gray overcast unnaturally quickly. There's no bird song nor insect chirping. The stale smell of burnt ozone lingers on the air, and you can feel the energy of dark magic all around you. Just beyond the tall stone wall is an old graveyard. Standing in the back by the opposite wall are two figures hooded in black, their robes bearing the symbol of the Reavers, two back-to-back crooks. The ground between you and them is awkwardly and disconcertingly uneven. It takes a moment, but you realize that the reason it's so upsetting is that the ground is moving, being pushed up from underneath. Before you get all the way into the graveyard, corpses break through the grass and dirt and lurch to their feet, leaving behind large, gaping holes in the earth. There are 6 in all, and the 2 necromancers behind them point at the point kind of towards the entryway.
So they notice us?
They haven't noticed you, but they're kind of pointing out in your direction. You can tell they're not like pointing at you specifically. They don't make eye contact with you or anything.
How tall is
and
this
let me just
gate
for you?
Okay, sorry, carry on.
It's like 10-foot wall.
10-foot tall wall.
That's right.
Okay.
And are we looking for a signal? Like, can I wave them down from the back to see if they, see anything that we should be? Obviously they see it.
The two of these guys are like being completely stealthy. I don't know what Clyde's going to do here.
Yeah,
they're communicating with us.
Well, yeah. So we will communicate, Viv. However, I don't think I'm at the point to do that quite yet. What I'd like to know, James, is how scalable is this wall? Is this sheer stone?
It's kind of like old. Like some of the stones have shifted. There was no masonry done. It was all just like placed.
Stacked stone. So pretty scalable, possibly.
There are definitely like nooks and crannies that you can get your fingers into and you can climb it. You think fairly easily.
How far away am I from the lads? Can they see me pretty well?
They're about 100 feet behind you.
Okay, gotcha.
And Tan looks at you and he kind of just like tries to do like a little bit of sign language. And when he realizes that you can't understand the sign language, he starts to kind of do something more rudimentary.
I look at him and I tell him to hold for 1 second.
Yeah.
I take out Sherman and I whisper the information of what we saw and I send him back to speak with Vivian.
Great. Okay.
Just to directly convey exactly what's happening here.
Okay, Sherman runs back. You see as the zombies start to amble slowly towards the entryway. Cool. Like they're being sent out past the gate.
Can I now make a roll to try to decipher what Bash is trying to tell me?
He's gonna try and make it as like rudimentary as possible. And he kind of like points at you and then points towards the group. Like, and then he says, he kind of does like kind of like a, did you speak to them? Did you tell them what's going on? And you give him the thumbs up.
Double thumbs.
And so he starts to climb the wall.
I'm doing the same. Yeah.
All right,
on the other
cool.
side. Let's do it.
Go ahead and give me an athletics or acrobatics check, whichever's higher for you.
Okay. Sick. That is going to be a acrobatics plus 4, 23.
You easily scale the wall. It's just like child's play. It's
Is
like
it still operating with dex or with stealth from the previous roll?
yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Um,
So yeah, I'd like to peek over, and then as soon as I'm like basically like on top or like able to peek over, I kind of want to look over at Bash, see if he's like in position.
He's hanging onto the wall and just like peering over the top. Like he doesn't seem to want to show himself that much,
Okay.
but he climbed it fairly easily. So you guys are both like at the top of the wall. Sherman, meanwhile, has made his way to you, Vivian, and he says, "Hey, good to see you."
He's pretty calm considering the situation.
Oh, he's very chill. Our mutual friend Clyde has sent me back here to tell you that there are some zombies in this graveyard and some dang nasty looking magic guys who look like they want to, do some damage. And they are going to get into position, and I think they're going to try and attack these things.
Sherman,
So I figure,
first
yes,
of
sir.
all, you look hungry. Here's a snack. Thank you.
A tip for the messenger. I'm never going to turn it down.
Fed him in days.
Thank you for the info. Why don't you get yourself safe here, and we'll take care of these bad men. And I'll convey to Tassles and.
So you tell him to go somewhere safe, and you watch as he just makes his way back to Clyde to get on Clyde's shoulder.
I trust that. I trust that.
French.
Yeah.
What are we looking at here?
We got some zombies.
I look over the sorry, I just pointed at the screen, but you guys can't see my screen. I can't believe I just did that.
What do we have here?
I'm looking at the cliff that we're facing, and I'm kind of looking at it, and I look at Vivian, and I look at it, and I look at Vivian.
I don't have too much info, but it looks like where we saw Clyde go, there's an entrance, and there's to a graveyard, and there's some zombies out there.
That's what I'm thinking. I think you and I,
if I can
this way.
Tell you what, Tassels, if the entrance is small enough and there's a wall in there, I can throw a gust of wind their way and they won't be able to get out, and I'll push them back and you trap them.
That sounds sweet.
So I'd like to run as quickly as I can up to that entrance, and I'll make sound to distract them towards me if possible, and I'd like to cast Gust of Wind as soon
my hope.
As he breaks,
I guess there's no way to.
Sorry, one second. I was just gonna say. As soon as he breaks, I've broken up. I've started going up the wall here, the cliff. Sorry, that's all I was gonna say.
You're climbing this cliff right next to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you give me an athletics or acrobatics, whichever's higher. Clyde,
it's a natural one.
You just fall off the oh boy. Clyde, because you and Tan did such a good job with your stealth checks, you are actually going to get a surprise round on the zombies.
Yeah, I guess things change, and there's no way for me to know what Viv was gonna do. But I think Clyde's hope was that if the zombies are shambling out, to let them leave to isolate the necromancers from their zombie horde. Once they don't have all their meat bodies in front of them, hopefully me and Bash can make quick work of the puppeteers.
Well, Clyde, give yourself an inspiration point for that line of thinking. It's a great plan.
I would just wait then for me, even though, Tom knows what's going to happen. I think Clyde would be holding out for that.
Yeah, give yourself a point of inspiration for that one. And then, so what's going to end up happening is that Vivian is going to run. You are going to roll initiative once you get to the point where you can cast your spell. So you are going to have to go put yourself in the order there, Vivian.
Well, I will also, as a bonus, I can cast Misty Step to get there quickly in 30 feet. So I can run, get there, and cast.
Okay, I am going to roll D percentiles. And there's a 50% chance that you'll get there quick enough that they won't be able to take an action. High or low?
Always high.
All right, so above 50%, and you'll get to do the thing you want to do. 76. Great. So you are going to be able to do that, but as soon as you get there and it looks like you're going to cast a spell, I will give Clyde and Tan priority because they have
Okay, so I can move
a
up
surprise round.
there.
Cool. But I want everybody to roll initiative here just so that we can get that taken care of.
Sweet.
Yeah. 9.
It's an 18.
Lovely. Man, you're going to get a surprise round, and then I think you're going to end up going first.
Sweet.
And then once Mike gets back, we'll get his initiative. But why don't we resolve this while Mike is gone?
Because he fell down. So,
Yeah, so his that's going to happen before he actually gets to take his turn, so he'll get to decide what he wants to do from there. Hey, Mike, roll me an initiative check real quick, bud.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
What happened to me when I got a natural 1 trying to climb this cliff?
You just fell, and luckily nobody was paying attention, so you looked like an idiot, but nobody was around to see it. So if a tree falls, etc.
13
Bash is going
my
to follow, but
initiative.
he's going to enter initiative from here. So the second time you are successful, you climb the wall. And then you'll enter initiative from where you are here at the top of the ridge. Okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to reveal this last little square here so that we're all on the same page about what's here. Okay, so the first person to act is going to be Clyde.
Nice. Do I have a clear line of shot, especially since I'm elevated on one of these necromancers?
You absolutely do. These guys are like wide open. The gravestones are
Awesome.
not tall enough to give them cover.
So yeah, I think Clyde would recognize these guys as, obviously the puppet masters. They need to be put down. He's gonna take a shot at Skull and Crossbones, man. He's not blooded, so I can't do the Colossus Slayer, but I can name him as my foe. And I'm going to, as a bonus action, use Hunter's Mark on him. And we're gonna try to hit him. See how it goes. That's gonna be a 20, a dirty 20.
That super hits this guy.
Awesome.
As you pull the trigger, he like looks up and he's like looks completely floored that you snuck up on him.
Like he's stoked about it. He's like, "Oh man, I love getting surprised."
sick.
No, his jaw drops and like he catches himself as like the arrow flies.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll your damage from your crossbow.
It's gonna be a D10 plus 5 is going to be an 11 plus a D6 from the Hunter's Mark. Okay, so that's 12 plus a D4. Okay, so 15 damage total.
Whew.
Nice.
You hit this guy like in the chest, like just shy of his heart. Like you hit him like square in the chest. He's still standing. He looks like he's in pain, but he like looks at you and kind of you feel his kind of dark gaze linger on you in a strange way. Give me one sec here. I'm going to figure out initiative and then we'll keep going.
Cool. Strange things are happening to me.
Yeah, Tom,
Ain't no
I
doubt
would have
about
thought
it.
you wanted the zombies out, and I would like to keep them contained. We could communicate, I guess, in the future together, and Sherman can
Okay.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that what you did is totally fine. I
Choke.
don't think Clyde thought you were going to get there so quick.
I got Misty Step. I'm quick, baby.
Yeah, Clyde doesn't know what you got. I don't think there's anything wrong with that action. I think it's totally fine. But just to justify, just Clyde chilling, that was his train of thought.
Every day we learn about each other and our growing bodies.
All right. So right after Clyde attacks, Tan hops the rest of the way over the wall and lands on this zombie with his dagger. He's gonna go ahead and take an attack. Okay, he's gonna hit the zombie. He's gonna deal a bunch of damage because he gets a sneak attack here. Oh boy! All right, 14. And that's which one? That's the orange one. Okay, so you see he just like takes one of his arms clean off with his dagger as he brings it down as he falls from the wall. And then Viv, you'll get to act real quick here with your
I'm
spell.
casting Gust of Wind. It is a 60-foot long, 10-foot wide gale that I can hold for up to a minute with concentration, and everything in its path has to make a strength save or be pushed 15 feet away, and then everything within it moves at half speed, and as a bonus action, I can change direction.
Great. Okay. I'll have the zombies make saves.
And it goes as far back as that graveyard, so it'll hit this necromancer as well, because I'm going right down this path, basically.
It's got a little shelter from that tombstone. Does that count for anything?
Depends on how tall the tombstone is and how tall he is.
The
He had to be 10 feet tall. The tombstone would have to be 10 feet tall to save him.
Okay, so the necromancer has to make a save too. Okay, everybody except for the green zombie right here saves. Or sorry, fails. So just this green zombie is like seems unaffected. All the rest of them stop in their tracks as you unleash this huge gust of wind that starts to push all of them backwards. So what is the immediate effect? They just
15 feet back.
15 feet back. All right.
And everyone in that area moves at half speed.
So the purple one's going to take some damage. Takes 1 damage from going into the tombstone.
Slammed into the tombstone. It's the gale force winds.
Graham,
The pink one.
Smash his battered body.
The pink one and the purple one are going to take damage as the pink one flies back. So they'll each take 5 damage from that.
Making a zombie panini. They're pressed, baby.
It's paella. We're all mixing it around in a giant pot that is a graveyard. Thank you.
The blue one, 5, 10, 15 goes back. Just misses the tombstone. This one, the red one's going to hit the tombstone. Going to take 4 damage. You're just like throwing them around all around the damn graveyard.
I'm the puppet master. I'll yell that.
And the orange one is in the way, but the necromancer is going to get thrown. Which one did you hit? This one on the left here?
I hit crossbones, man.
Okay. So this guy falls back. He takes 5 damage.
The grave bites back.
So you see Clyde as this huge torrent of wind just blows through. You can see a physical manifestation of it just pushing all these zombies, and they scatter about like some kind of like exit from a clown car. There's just like they're just dazed, dizzy. They're stumbling all over the place.
They're stumbling.
All right, so let's take it from the top of the order then. After the surprise round is over here, Clyde.
Sweet. If I still have a clear shot on this guy, the crossbones necromancer, I'm staying on the same course. I'm gonna try to kill him.
Okay.
Sweet. This time I can use Colossus Slayer if I hit him. So hopefully I do.
Do it.
It's gonna be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. Has a D10. Sick. Plus 5 is 15. Plus a D8 for Colossus Slayer. So there's 16. Plus a D6 for Hunter's Mark. 21. Plus a D4. That's 23 damage today.
Wow.
You hit this guy with another bolt right next to the one that you planted, but it goes a little to the left and doesn't find the heart, but he looks pretty hurt. He seems to be having trouble breathing. His hand has gone to his chest, and he's not sure whether to pull it out or not. You see him like kind of struggling, trying to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
But it hits him real hard. Tan is up next. He's just going to keep attacking the zombie he's on top of. He's just going to attack with his dagger. He hits, deals 5 damage. Next up is the first little group of zombies here. So we'll just a second.
First little group of zombies.
So no matter the save or the fail, it's always half movement.
Gotcha. Well, the green one, group 1 is red, purple, blue. Okay. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, they have. So he's going to take his full round to move 5, 10, 15, 20. That's his whole round of movement. He used his whole turn to move 20 feet.
Yes.
What a dumb idiot.
5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15.
Oh, they have to succeed on a strength saving throw at the start of their turn or be pushed 15 feet.
Give me 1 sec.
So they weren't pushed in the beginning?
Blasts. Each creature that starts his turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away.
I mean, we just figured it out a turn early. That's fine.
Yeah, but yeah, correct. I just didn't know how often that was because the wind is still going that whole time.
Great. So they took their whole turn to move up towards you guys, lurch towards you 20 feet. That's actually super helpful because they can't get to you even. So that brings us to Tassles. You're up next.
Okay. Happy to be here. Very excited to run through these bushes and like burst out on the other side. Right in here.
Ha!
Yeah.
You're in the bushes.
And as far as that wasn't nearly my whole movement, so I'm ready to cast a spell, I believe.
Yeah.
That because you're moving through difficult terrain there, it's going to be your full movement, but you can still cast a spell.
Thank the Lord.
So the problem is that these walls are actually 10 feet high. So
What about
from
this little spot right here?
Yeah, I mean, I know what it looks like on the map, but there's only so much I can do. Though there is just like a 10-foot wall around the graveyard.
Okay, then I'm going to use my last little effort in this moment to try and grab this wall.
If you want to climb it, that can be your action this turn.
Let's do it.
All right, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
7 total. I'm not
Okay.
having good luck with the walls today.
We need to up some skills in the physical aspect of this wizard.
You just have a difficult time finding purchase in the wall. Like you feel like maybe you got unlucky.
First,
like
I'm just looking to rent.
That leads us to one of the necromancers. So the one you shot.
It was a dramatic push through the bush, but nothing else really.
So he's going to Ray Enfeeblement.
The Enfeebler.
Don't feeble me.
They call me Keebler, the Enfeebler.
Oh.
All right. So you see he's like he hasn't like his gaze hasn't left you since that first shot you took at him. He shoots out like a black beam of necrotic energy from his finger. And he's going to make a ranged spell attack against you.
Is it his middle finger?
It's a 16.
Yeah!
So
That's the kind of... Carry on.
That's a 16.
Does it hit you? Clyde.
Oh, me. Sorry.
It's a 16.
I was thinking about middle fingers the whole time. 16 does hit me. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you're actually going to deal half damage with your attacks until the spell ends. But at the end of your turn, the end of your next turn, you can make a Constitution saving throw against the spell, and if you succeed, it'll end.
Gotcha. So,
but he's just like blasting you with this ray, it just continuously. He's just shooting it out of his finger, and he's just focusing on you.
What a son of a gun. Okay.
The second necromancer goes now. Vivian.
Yeah. Hey, Tite.
He casts Dispel Magic, and your gust of wind just stops.
Do I not get to roll against it, or
No, he's using his entire action to do it. Oh, well, he has to make an ability check. So it's DC 10 plus spell's level.
it's a second level spell?
All right, he rolled a 16 on die. So he
Dang.
just cuts off your gust of wind, and it's the first time you've ever just been casting a spell and just had it stop. So it's a very confusing thing for you. But you hear him cackle from the back of the graveyard. Very obnoxious and strange.
I'm gonna cackle you, bud.
It is your turn, Viv.
I'll cackle him. Come on. Gee whiz. My gust of wind. Let me do a little math here. So if I indeed cast this spell, I'm trying to not to hurt. Who's right here? That's our guy.
That's
right?
Bash.
That's Bash up there.
No, that's Tan.
No, that's Tan.
Oh, word. I was thinking that was Bash the whole time. I was getting them confused. Okay, Tan.
Yeah, Bash is next to you, Clyde, like underneath you.
Got it.
I think I'm going to bring spike growth into the situation.
You did threaten to in your introduction.
I threatened, and now I am making good on that promise. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to. It's a 20-foot radius. Sorry for the math, everyone that's watching. This is embarrassing. So if I go, let's see, center it here, 5, 10, 15, 20. If I center here, 5, 10, 15, 20, it's going to stay away from Bash. So if I draw this freehand, excuse me now, if this is the center, 20 feet's here, 20 feet's here. Everyone, this is spike growth.
Great. Okay. So what happens with spike growth? Is it just they have to make saves?
Yeah.
All right. So it's just an area of effect spell. Great.
Yep. Everything in it is difficult terrain. When any creature moves into or within the area, it's 2d4 piercing for every 5 feet traveled. And it's camouflaged, so they have to make a wisdom saving throw to see the area before entering, or just to realize that it's there.
Okay.
Holy shit.
And then
That's dope.
with my bonus action, I would like to summon Totem Spirit Bear, aka my good friend Newton. And Newton will be right here.
Hold on. 1 second.
Yes.
Let me pull up a little Newton token here. Where is it?
I just drew a brown dot, but here we are, right here in the entranceway. And everybody in a 30-foot, it has a 30-foot aura, and we all get extra health of 5 plus my druid level, which is 4. So everyone gets 9 extra health. So that would make for whoever's here, Clyde. So Bash, Tan, Clyde, and myself. Unfortunately, Tassles, I'm sorry.
Right.
But
you said this is temporary hit points?
yeah, this is a +9 temporary, and we have advantage on strength checks and saves.
That's so dope, my man.
Fired up!
After Vivian is the second group of zombies.
Okay.
So they have to make some kind of check here, right?
Yes, they are going to make a wisdom saving throw to see or realize if the roots are there, but they're going to be hurt either way for every 5 feet moved.
A wisdom saving throw, you say?
Yeah.
All right, so it's orange.
These zombie philosophers are about to... But to exercise some wisdom on your ass, brother.
They all fail because zombies, as I'm sure you can imagine, are not incredibly wise. So they just don't know they're there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, the orange one's not even going to move. He's just going to turn and take some attacks on Tan here. He just tries to slam his gigantic, useless body into him. He misses.
Such a horrible way to describe anyone's body.
That's
gigantic, useless body.
This guy is just gonna go 5, 10. He is gonna take the damage, right? It's 2d4.
2d4 per 5-foot square that he moves through.
I would say he went through 2.
Okay.
So roll 44 damage for me there.
So 12
Okay.
piercing.
Great. He's gonna take an attack on Tan. He misses, but he's like got him kind of on the corner there. Can't really move. And then last but not least, 5, 10, 15, 20. He's moving all the way through. He's actually just going to move here. He's going to take all 4 of his squares worth of damage. So 8d4.
Oh, sorry. Wrong one. That's not it. There we go. All right. 19 damage.
Jeez.
Nice.
He looks like as he moves, pieces of him just fall off and he's like crawling towards the sky by the end of it. He actually like falls to pieces. He has to make a saving throw to see. And yeah, he just dies. Like walking through. You see like the spikes start to come out of the ground. And like as they're tearing off pieces, he finally just gets impaled on one final one and makes it go ooh zombie sound and just.
Is anyone else imagining the scene from Evil Dead right now? Like the horrifying undergrowth?
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Bash is gonna go. So he just sees his buddy being attacked. So he's just gonna run right up to take an attack here. He's gonna hit the zombie. He deals. Okay. Attack again. That's the second one. So he super kills this orange one. I don't think there's a way that in which he saves. Yeah, he had to roll 20. He just like comes up and just super kills this guy. That leads us to the top of the order, Clyde.
Nice. I'm going to continue to shoot at the bad guy, but first I need to roll, you said, a Constitution save for the enfeebling ray?
That'll be at the end of your turn.
The end of my turn. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so he's going to get one turn where it works on you.
Got it. So what happens exactly to me right now?
You just deal half damage.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's great. I'm still going to attack him, and we'll see how it goes. That's going to hit.
Filthy.
So that'll be a D10 plus 5 is 12 plus a D8. 12. So we're at 18 plus a D6. We're at 20 plus a D4.
Oh my god.
So we're at 21. So like
deals
10
damage.
Yeah, scaled down.
And he has to roll a concentration check to keep this thing on you.
Sweet. I'd also like to imply that he should suck it.
Succeeds.
Yeah.
He succeeds. He says, duly noted.
Tiny finger.
You go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw there, Clyde.
Okay. How's that for you? How's that feel?
You're able to just with your just like
flex
sheer
it off.
Yeah, just sheer inner strength. You kind of just like move your arm and it moves physically the ray and it blasts off into the distance behind you.
Flick him off, dude.
Behold the specimen that is Clyde standing atop this stone tower. Just flexing pecs at the gods.
10, it's going to go 5, 10. 10 just moves up. He's going to take an attack on the zombie. He misses. that brings us to the zombies again, and they're all here now. He's just going to turn and attack. He misses. This guy comes up, takes 5, 10. Or so he's going to take 2 of those. Zach?
Yeah, so 4d4. Yeah.
Yep. He's going to take an attack.
He's going to take
He
7.
misses. Okay. We'll take 7. He's looking pretty bad too. 5, 10. He's going to take 44. Mr. Blue Zombie here.
11.
Damn. He's going to attack. They're just swarming him. That one actually hits. It's about dang time.
Rawhide.
Get him up. Move him out. Rawhide.
Rawhide. Spike him up.
Spit him out.
Spit him out. Got a bear. Rawhide.
Rawhide. Rawhide.
Okay, that brings us to Tassles.
Okay. I would really love to be a part of this.
Get involved.
You're going to roll. If you want to still climb, you can roll with advantage because you spent your turn figuring out
Puffing
how best
and
to climb
puffing.
it.
I am seriously aggravated.
Chuffed.
Go ahead and roll to
I've
climb
just
with
been standing
advantage.
here pounding my head against the wall.
Chuff your way up the side of this.
Chuff up.
They're both So +3.
I got good news for you. It was
13.
that easy.
Okay.
So you do make it to the top.
Yeah.
You see the scene of like spike growth, just like these big pieces of vine and root sticking out of the earth, just impaling zombies left and right. You see 2 hooded wizard looking people like standing towards the back of the
Wizard.
And I see a bear.
circle of
Fight.
the graveyard. There's there's like a phantom bear.
Right. Can I roll a quick perception on these 2? What their status is? Who's hurt? What's happening here?
You're not really gonna have time to assess the situation because
Okay.
you spent time climbing the wall.
So I'm ready then. Fuck that. I'm kind of looking here and here. This whole area is our friend the spike growth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can tell that it is dangerous terrain, to say the least.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to cast magic missile.
on
Yes, sir.
on which one?
2 of them are going here to crossbones, and 1 of them to egg.
Okay. Go ahead and roll some damage on these guys.
And it is, of course, D4 +1 for all 3 of them. How would you like me to roll that?
So roll 2d4 for the skull
Sweet,
and crossbones
sweet, sweet.
guy.
Gotcha. So 3 + 2 is 5.
Okay. You and they're still daggers, right?
Yeah.
This guy hears you cast magic missile, and he turns just in time to catch 2 magical force blades in the eyes. He just immediately goes down.
Oh.
He was on death's door.
I do cast all of my
roughed him up.
spells somatically, though, or whatever it's called. Just so you know,
Oh,
Matically?
quietly.
with my hands. I mean.
Oh, he hears the whistling air then of the daggers
Yeah.
flying towards him. He turns just in time to catch him in the eyes.
Sweet, love it.
Love that.
And my last one was 3 damage to the Easter egg guy over here.
Okay. He seems more preoccupied with the fact that you just killed his buddy than with the 3 damage you dealt him.
Right. Okay.
The
Do
so
I have
he's
any more movement in me?
You do not. Your movement action was to climb the wall. Your action was to cast a spell.
Great.
So this guy's actually going to move. I think he failed. I don't think he knows. So 5, 10, 15. So he's going to move 3 squares there, Zach. So he'll take 6d4
Damn.
from your spike growth.
He's going to take 11.
So he knows now. So he won't make the same mistake twice. So
Hey,
he sees that.
Idiot.
He sees that things are going quite poorly. So he is going to, you watch as he points his hands towards the sky, and the cloud that covered the graveyard and starts to move, and it moves towards Clyde, Vivian, and Tan and Bash. So the cloud is 20 feet, quite similar to the size of this gigantic spike growth trap. And this giant cloud here, it just envelops you. The area becomes heavily obscured with this kind of yellow-green fog. Spreads around corners, lasts for the duration or until a strong wind disperses. So you guys are going to each make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oof. It's going to be a dirty 20.
Oh, wow. Nice.
22 for me.
All right. God. Every single one of you succeeds. You're still going to take half damage, though.
Oh, sorry. Constitution, that's a 20. That is a dirty 20 as well, though.
I'm stout.
Stout, dude.
Stout.
So you guys are each going to take 12 damage.
And we all had
Jake.
9 temporary HP, keep in mind.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're only going to take 3 regular damage.
I'm still not happy about it, though. You can't ask me to be happy about that.
I'm not happy.
So I was spacing out because I'm kind of tired, but did the other necromancer die somehow? The guy I had been shooting?
Yeah,
Yes.
I cast magic missile.
Into his
Nice.
eye sockets.
Oh, so sick. So sick.
He is actually...
Sorry about that. I'm caught back up. I'm doing my best. Doing my best.
You watch as he kind of just like puts that cloud, but you guys can no longer see outside of the cloud, so you've lost where he
Lost
is.
visual on Terry
Yes.
in there?
The only person who can
Hmm.
see him is Tassles. That brings us to Viv.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'm going to move the bear over here, and that will grant Tassels the +9 HP.
Great.
Now. And how far can I see, I guess?
You can see about maybe 5 to 10 feet in front of you.
Yeah. Can I, with gust of wind, it disperses vapor for sure. Is there a way to disperse that cloud without pushing my teammates, I guess?
You don't think so.
No,
Because if you push gust of wind, you know it will affect everything in that line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can we do about this?
Can I move here?
Where are you trying to go? Sorry.
Sorry, right here.
You can, yeah. You'll still be in the
I'm not going to
circle.
take... Yeah, I'm in the circle. But if I cast a gust of wind, it's going to at least move the cloud in this line so we can maybe be able to see... Like, it should clear this area, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, if I move right here, it'll push both these zombies and still hit the necromancer back here.
Yeah, I mean, you will be trying to move the whole cloud in a 10-foot stream, and it's a 20-foot cloud.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to
I'll be able to carve a path for me and push these 2 zombies and the necromancer back.
yes, you believe so, if the necromancer is where you last saw him.
Yeah, in theory. That was, the idea. If he didn't move. Because my spike growth, I mean, I know what's moving in my spike growth, too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you have sensation from
Yes.
the ground.
So because I
Feels it.
will cast Gust of Wind, that'll be my 3rd second level spell, but it
Okay.
drops my concentration on the spike growth. So that goes away.
Okay.
And Gust of Wind hits these 2 zombies, the red and blue, and in theory, if he is back there. I was just shooting him in this direction where I last saw the necromancer before the cloud moved. If that is allowed.
Yeah, you can go ahead and try it.
Cool. Well, it just goes. So they'll need to make their saves on the beginning of their turn.
Cool. Okay. I will probably just have them do that now.
Mm-hmm. Strength saves. And they got to beat a 14.
This mysterious necromancer. Gotta capture this feller.
Taking him downtown.
I want to put him in my bag of holding.
Look at you. You're so cute. I want to put you in my bag of holding.
Whoa, here's a thought. Could I capture a zombie in my bag of holding? Would it be able to survive in there for me to unleash later?
Dead. It
They
doesn't
don't
have
need to.
survive.
They don't need to breathe.
What I'm saying, I just have
It
a
might
captured
eat-
zombie,
It might eat the inside of your bag.
Reach your hand in there.
It's
I've
an
got a
extra dimensional
surprise.
realm. He's gonna eat that?
So one of
Walking
them
Dead.
fails.
Damn.
I wanna find this stinky little necromancer guy.
You smell bad.
And it's going to be the blue one, 510. He's going to take some damage from hitting the tombstone. He'll take 1 damage. All right. You'll also disperse in that line a path from you to the necromancer. Now, the part that you haven't hit is still there. It's still kind of hovering over your teammates there.
Mm-hmm.
But you and Clyde are now out of the cloud.
Sick.
I'm able to see.
And the necromancer passed?
You are, yeah.
Whoa.
He passed his save too?
He did, yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Then this second group of zombies.
Kill him, Clyde.
So it's just the green one left from here. He's just going to move up and he's going to try and finish what he started. He does hit. He's going to deal 4 damage to Tan. Tan's looking pretty bad. He's looking pretty hurt. After the cloud and the multiple zombie hits. Bash is going to go. I think he's just going to keep hitting the zombie in front of him. He doesn't really know what the difference is. He hits once. Deals 5 damage to the purple zombie. Okay. And he's going to take, let's just see. So it's when it starts its turn there. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Viv, I need you to make another save because you started your turn in the fog. I did not realize it was start of turn. I thought it was end of turn. So make me a Constitution saving throw.
For my past turn.
For your past turn. Yep.
Oh.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Okay, so you'll take half of this.
Guff bless.
You're going to take 16 damage.
Oh my.
That is half.
Gord.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Take 4 less. Take 4 less. So 12 damage.
12. Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right. Still.
Bash is going to take... Oh, he succeeds. So 16. That's 23. So he'll take 15.
Ooh.
And that's the top of the order. Clyde, you're back up.
Kill him.
And I have a clear line of sight on Terry.
Yes, and because of Vivian, you don't start your turn in the cloud.
Gotcha. That's awesome. Here's a question for you. Has he been hit yet? I haven't hit this dude yet. Have I?
I hit him with the first gust of wind. He was blooded.
He's been hit.
Yeah.
He's been dealt
hit.
damage.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, sweet. Well, I can transfer my Hunter's Mark to him. And I can also then, if I hit him, use Colossus Slayer. So here's hoping. Yikes. Well, first off, can I ask, does a 13 hit?
It does not.
Can I use my inspiration point, or was that metagaming for me to ask? Am I supposed
No,
to just
inspiration can
infer?
be used exactly for this.
Okay,
So yeah, you can use it immediately. Yeah, burn it. Go ahead.
let's go for it.
Big money, baby. Yes, sir.
I'll probably do it.
Yeah.
Sweet. So I've used my inspiration point. Easy come, easy go.
It's the fastest
Excellent.
I've ever seen anybody use it. Go ahead and roll some damage on this guy.
I mean, I might as well use it while I still remember I have it, you know?
Yeah. Did you move your hunter's mark to this guy before you attacked?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is going to be a d10 plus 5 is 7 plus a d8 for Colossus Slayer. So mathematics, that's 13 plus a d6. That's 18 total.
Yeah, you put an arrow in this guy. He's still standing, but you keep finding your mark. You're finding those weak spots. These guys
Nice.
are looking. This guy's looking pretty hurt. All right. 1 second. So I know this is insane because there's already so much stuff going on, but you hear a roar from behind you
Uh-oh.
as an
Gauntlet.
actual factual bear runs in and just rips this zombie to shreds. Just runs in next to the fake bear, rips that fucking zombie apart, then like says what's up to this like cute looking avatar bear.
Newton.
Futon.
Just like out of nowhere, you guys were minding your own damn business. This bear runs in, kills one of the zombies.
What? The bear entered, unfortunately, by a gust of wind to get there.
Oh, really? So he has to make a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
All right, he succeeds.
Okay, so he's cool.
So he just moseys through your gust of wind. He like blows his fur a little bit. Unfortunately, our boy Tan failed his Constitution save.
Well, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Here by the bear.
Blinded by the bear. Wrapped up in a gust, it is ruffling my hair.
You guys watch. He goes down. Tan goes down, and you see his like skin changes like this pallid kind of yellow color, and you can see his like veins kind of pulsing. You know, his blue veins underneath his like crazy pale skin. And you look and you see that the everyone who can see the necromancer, the arrow pops out of his chest and the wound heals.
Whoa.
And he steps forward a little bit more confidently now. And Tan is out for the count before he even gets to go.
Dang.
Purple zombie dies in the cloud. Blue zombie dies in the cloud. That's once per turn. Okay, great. So that brings us to the necromancers. No, Tassles. Tassles, you're up.
Yes. Bless me.
Wizard fight.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Hey,
I would love to get kind of up in here, stare this man in the face, and cast web on him.
Yeah. Time up.
And web this dude?
So he's got a...
It's a 20-foot cube, and he is going to have to do a dex saving throw.
Yeah.
And on a failed save, the creature is restrained.
What does he need to succeed?
He's going to need my spell save, which is a 13.
Okay, he got a 14.
God.
So he sees you come and you shoot web out of your hand. He does like kind of a roll out of the way. So what happens? It's still there, right?
Yeah, and
it's flammable.
it is flammable, and it's 20 feet. So I was kind of imagining.
He's just not restrained by it. It's there, but he's not restrained.
Right. He's not
you know,
restrained, but he's in the web.
20 feet is freaking huge.
It's enormous.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've established
It's like
multiple
this,
20-foot
It's like this big.
area
Is
of
that
effect.
true?
Yeah, something like that.
Is
So
it
he-
20-foot cube or 20-foot radius?
I
It's
guess
a cube.
It's a 20-foot cube, not a.
Okay.
So that would mean one whole side is 20, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Would you like to do anything else with your turn there, Tassels?
Well, so he kind of jumped out of the way, or is just not held by it.
He's not restrained, but he's
could be
in the web.
So he's standing on it. Okay.
He's standing right on the web. Yep.
Okay, great. Well, I'm just gonna chuff at him and look around.
All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. He's going to. Let me just double check what web does here. Starts its turn in the web, or that enters them during its turn. So, I mean,
As soon as you touch it, basically.
right. So that was his save. Okay, so he's good. So he can move through the webs.
Well, he will have to make another strength save for the gust of wind, or be pushed back 15 feet.
Is that every turn?
Every turn that he's not dispelled it. Correct. I'm still holding it with my concentration at least.
It's a 10-foot.
Mm-hmm. 60 feet long.
Okay, well, I mean, he's already against the wall. He succeeds.
Okay, but he's moving at half speed either way.
All right, that's fine. So he's going to Misty Step 30 feet.
Jeez, show off.
30, but he wants to be outside the column. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. He hasn't really seen the bear, so he goes here, and Clyde, he's still looking at you. You've done the most damage, and you basically killed his buddy.
You think that was his only friend?
Probably. I would
Well,
assume so.
don't-
I mean, these guys are bad mom.
I mean, the zombies, they created friends for themselves.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's really not. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw, Clyde.
Okay. Let's constitute. That's going to be an 11.
Okay, so you fail. Here we go.
So failure is just a different type of lesson that I'm learning here. It's just a chance to try again.
You're going to take 40 damage, 40 necrotic damage.
4-0 damage?
40, yep. He basically, he targets you, and he just shoots this like two-handed ball of necrotic energy at you.
What level is this guy? Why didn't he make it known that he was capable of obliterating worlds? No, I don't want to know. I have 39 hit points. No longer though. Now I have -1.
So he puts you down. You guys watch the same thing
Holy
happens
shit.
to Clyde as happened to Tan. He goes down, he falls off the wall, and you see his skin has turned like this yellow jaundiced
my God.
color. You can see his veins like kind of pulsing underneath his skin, and you see that all the damage that was dealt from being thrown into the wall, he kind of had like some bruising already starting, have all started to heal.
I hate to ask, and I shouldn't even bring it up, but in the interest of realism, what's going on with Sherman right now?
Sherman wasn't targeted by the spell. It's a targeted spell. It's not
Sick.
like
It's not an area spell here.
I imagine that he's probably unconscious though.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter to me. I guess I wouldn't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he won't.
I hope he's
he
well.
won't die, but he is unconscious.
If there's
with you.
anything I've taught Sherman early on, I think it was when to vamoose when you need to. And I hope that he got strong vibes that he should hightail it.
That makes it Viv's turn.
Okay, I will first yell to Tassels. It's time to get physical. Get in his face, bud. And tell me if I can do this, James.
Yeah.
If I cast Goodberry to make 10 Goodberries,
Yep.
Bash is right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Can I hand 5 to him and administer 5 to Clyde?
You can.
Okay. That is
I will allow it.
That
yeah.
is
Like
no
working my jaw for me.
Yeah,
Eat
no
these
no
berries, you fuck.
no movement. I've given 5 to Bash, and I'm saying give this to Tan, and I am putting 5 in Clyde's mouth.
Great. Okay.
And
Do it for him.
You need to chew it for me.
yes, I'm working the fotch. Working the fotch, the muscles. It's good. And then I am going to intimidate this man.
Explain
by,
that.
By
You're working my mouth to chew berries in an intimidating way.
No, I'm intimidating by moving the bear in his face, my spirit bear. I'm making a weird grimace and making Clyde sound like he's chuffing at the guy. Is that what you like to hear?
Yeah, kind of.
So, Clyde, you pop back up with 1 hit point.
Big time. That's all I need.
5 hit points. Good berries should be 1 HP.
Good berry takes you from 0 to 1. I am pretty sure it doesn't do anything else, but I could be wrong.
It just says 1 HP per berry. I guess I don't know how that would work.
Oh.
Now, Spare the Dying is a cantrip that brings someone to 1 HP.
Okay, you can take 1 as an action. So I'll let you pop him 1. You can make the 5, pop him 1, bring him to 1.
Yes.
Sweet.
I make 10. Give 5 to Bash. And
Yep.
then
So you have 4 more that you can give, but it's an action for 1 apparently.
Oh, got it. Heard that. Okay, cool. And then my bonus is get the bear in the Necromancer's face. Just as,
Cool. The last zombie you watch as he just like withers. Dies.
Bill withers.
Bash is going to spend his turn giving a good berry to Tan. And I think he's also going to drag him out of the cloud. So bring him back here. You guys hear the chittering of a friendly otter.
Oh.
And in runs Dob. And you see him stand on his hind legs right outside the cloud. He winks at you, Vivian. He turns towards the necromancer.
I'd like to wink back and see if I can toss him a good berry. If you'll allow me.
He snatches it with his mouth. And then he's just gonna cast Fireball, man.
Oh my god, Dob. He's more powerful than I.
You just see he just goes, okay, all right, okay. He shoots this giant fireball. He's like, what I miss? And he's gonna do it at 5th level. So that's
This is your minion to control?
We're tight, man.
How many spells does Sherman have?
He looks at you, he says, yeah, you can't do me any favors if you're dead. 6, 10.
He's got a point.
24.
That's what I say to Sebastian every time we finish practice. It's just a reminder.
You can't do him any favors if you're dead.
See
you on Wednesday.
See you on Wednesday.
So Dob throws this big fireball. It just nails this necromancer. The necromancer fails his save and takes the full damage, but he's still standing, but like 1/2 of his body is completely seared. He looks pretty beat up. Clyde, you're back with 1 hit point.
Okay. Man. I don't even know what I should do. I think Clyde at this point, out of desperation, I think he just needs to try to end it. I think Clyde's always I would rather deal the finishing blow than to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Yeah.
He would maybe cast Cure Wounds on an ally if they needed it. But in this case, if he's got a clear shot, he's going to recast as a bonus action Hunter's Mark. Because I imagine I lost concentration when I died.
That's right.
Makes sense. Let's try to hit him with a bow and arrow.
Hit
a
him.
crossbow and arrow. That'll be a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
Dude.
Big time. Okay. D10 plus 5 is going to be 12 plus a D8.
Oh,
Nice. Is 20 plus a D6. 25 damage.
Wow.
At this point, you haven't been incredibly fancy with the way that you've killed people.
No need to start now.
So I just imagine you get up, you push yourself up, you take aim over the gravestone as you're like very badly hurt, just like on death's door. You like steady yourself on the back of this gravestone. You fire this perfect shot, and the necromancer's getting up from having been hit by the fireball, and you just catch him straight in the neck. And he takes a moment. He falls down. His eyes go black, and he dies. And you guys are out of combat.
I wish you would have Legolas'd him and the Oliphant, except it's just a small man standing on top of another man, surfing down on him for a brief moment.
Well, maybe Clyde needs to get his mitts on a shield just to reenact the Legolas, shield surfing scene.
Yeah.
Well, we have the disc. You can surf the Tensor's floating disc.
Dude, I need you to cast it, but then I'm there.
Yeah.
I'll catch some small waves.
Wowee. Wow.
Tensor's surfing disc, brother.
That guy started pretty good, and then we just kind of started getting booty smacked there, huh?
Dude, I was doing fine until like 40 damage out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't a lot I could do against that.
I was just getting warmed up. I did absolutely nothing.
So you guys are all kind of picking yourselves back up.
Clyde rests atop this wall. He just lays down on top. Do I have those other 4 good berries?
Yeah, for sure.
I eat them
Yeah.
one at a time.
How's Tan
savoring
doing?
each hit point.
Tan is okay. I mean, he's like at 5 hit points. He's eaten the 5 berries.
Yeah.
The thing is, I will tell you this: the one berry makes you feel nourished, like you've eaten it. Like you
For a
don't have to
day.
eat the whole day.
It's a day.
So when you eat more than one, you start to feel a little bloated. You start to feel a little full. So you've eaten 5 berries. You're at 5 health. You feel like a lead belly.
That's fine. You can roll me around. Bring on the disc.
Dob just jumps on top of the bear and just is like riding him like a horse. And he just goes, "It looks like I got here just in time, huh?"
Dob, who's your friend?
Oh, this is my friend Melanie. She is a beautiful friend of mine.
Melanie.
Really great friend.
Was Melanie drawn here by Newton?
I don't believe so.
No. Well, I'd like to think so.
Newton isn't real. I hate to remind you.
Look, here's the thing. I wasn't with you for a little while. I had to go out. I had some errands to run.
Yeah.
But then I heard you were in trouble. I came, and here we are. I helped you kill that creepy guy in the hood.
Dob, you did so great. You've got powerful spells. I'm glad that we're good friends now. I'm glad that we've made a deal. Have you heard anything about what's going on down this road, or do we need to fill you in here?
I'm sure that there's more information that would be useful to me. But why don't we all sit down? I'll make a little fire, and we'll all just talk about it.
I'd love to give our special friendship handshake to those little otter paws. Thank you.
Okay, do you have one? You've developed one?
We've been working one up.
All right, you gotta tell me.
Didn't we roleplay this?
Second.
Didn't we roleplay this? Though?
We didn't spell the whole thing out. We did a handshake.
Yeah.
And you said it was secret.
Yes, but first there's some sort of like one hand on the chest and one out and like
Yeah.
there's a double
Yeah,
tap.
very
There's
good.
a double tap to start,
Mm-hmm.
but then we both spin around counterclockwise and then
Insane.
double, like
Yeah.
London Bridge. And then
he has to like jump up so high.
Yeah,
to
and
give
then
you the
he does a
double
little
punch.
backflip on his way down.
I
And
love
just,
it.
we finger gun
So
it.
this isn't the kind of handshake that can be done in like a studio apartment. Like this needs to be out in a field.
Yeah, we need room. We need space.
Yeah. He comes over. He's gonna go ahead and heal you there, Clyde.
No need. I think these berries are taken care of.
I'm so full.
He says, "Hey, buddy, I wouldn't eat one more of those if I were you."
No, they're help. I'm telling you, they're helping me.
You heal
Only-
for 24 damage.
I could keep eating these berries to get to max health. Only 41 more to go. It's crying and eating these berries.
I think this is a pretty good place to stop for tonight.